Arsenal's pursuit of Newcastle United's prolific striker, Alexander Isak, has encountered significant challenges, despite the fact that Newcastle is currently under pressure to offload players in order to comply with financial fair play regulations. While the financial situation at St. James Park has placed some restrictions on the club, Isak's exceptional performances on the field have only served to fuel further speculation about his future. His memorable goal at the Emirates Stadium during Newcastle's 2-0 victory over Arsenal in the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final added to his growing reputation and reinforced the idea that he could be a key piece for any top club looking to strengthen their attack. Since joining Newcastle in a record-breaking transfer from Real Sociedad in August 2022, Alexander Isak has been nothing short of a revelation. The Swedish international, who was signed on a 6-year deal, has quickly established himself as one of the Premier League's most exciting young talents. In his debut season, he demonstrated his ability to deliver in high-pressure moments, scoring crucial goals, including a memorable strike against Liverpool at Anfield, which immediately highlighted his potential. His continued rise throughout the 2023-24 season cemented his place as one of the league's top strikers. Isak's tally of 17 goals in the league that season was an impressive achievement, and in doing so, he equaled the long-standing record set by Swedish legend Zlatan Ibrahimovic for the most goals by a Swedish player in a single Premier League campaign. He would go on to surpass that milestone with a remarkable brace against Sheffield United, finishing the season as Newcastle's top scorer with an impressive 21 goals. This tally placed him just behind the likes of Erling Haaland and Cole Palmer in the overall Premier League standings, a testament to his clinical finishing and his ability to perform in one of the world's most competitive football leagues. The 2024-25 season has seen Isak continue to build on his already impressive form. On December 21, 2024, he scored his first-ever hat-trick for Newcastle in a 4-0 demolition of Ipswich Town, making history by becoming the first Swedish player since Freddie Ljungberg in May 2003 to score a Premier League hat-trick. His opening goal in that match, a remarkable strike just 25.95 seconds into the game, set a new record for the fastest away goal ever scored by Newcastle in the Premier League. With his ever-growing reputation and form, it is clear that Isak is becoming one of the most sought-after strikers in the Premier League and beyond. Arsenal's interest in acquiring Isak is not surprising, given their ongoing search for a clinical striker who can help elevate their attacking options. The Gunners have faced criticism in recent seasons for their lack of efficiency in front of goal, with several key players, such as Gabriel Martinelli and Kai Havertz, missing crucial opportunities in key matches. This weakness was especially evident during Arsenal's recent Carabao Cup semi-final loss to Newcastle, where the lack of a clinical forward was glaring. Mikel Arteta, the Arsenal manager, has been vocal about the need for a prolific striker to complement the team's attacking system. Isak, with his combination of technical skill, physical presence, and clinical finishing, would be a perfect fit for Arteta's style of play. His ability to hold up the ball, make intelligent runs behind defenses, and finish chances with both feet and his head aligns perfectly with the type of player Arsenal have been looking for to lead their line. Moreover, Isak's performance against Arsenal, where he scored a vital goal in the Carabao Cup semi-final, served as a sharp reminder of what the Gunners are missing in terms of a forward who can deliver consistently in big moments. His presence could help Arsenal address the attacking inefficiencies that have hindered their progress in recent seasons and bolstered their chances of securing silverware both domestically and in Europe. Although Newcastle United is facing the need to comply with FFP regulations, they are under no immediate pressure to sell their star players, including Isak. While the club does need to balance its books, manager Eddie Howe and the club's hierarchy are determined not to lose their key talents. Reports suggest that Newcastle is more likely to offload fringe players such as Miguel and Harvey Barnes, who have not always been first-choice picks, in order to make space in the squad and raise funds. Barnes, for example, has made valuable contributions despite being used sparingly. With 5 goals in 24 appearances during the current campaign, making him a viable option for a sale. Howe has expressed frustration with the financial constraints imposed by FFP to force the club to part ways with promising players like Elliot Anderson and Yankuba Minna in the past. These departures, while necessary, highlight the challenges Newcastle faces in balancing their financial obligations with the desire to build a competitive team. Howe's comments suggest that the club is not keen to part with their most important players, particularly Isak and Bruno Guimaraes, as they remain central to the team's long-term ambitions. Isak's current contract with Newcastle runs until 2028, underscoring the club's plans to build their future around him. The long-term nature of his deal gives Newcastle considerable leverage in any potential transfer negotiations. And it is widely believed that Isak is content at St. James Park, provided the club continues to progress and meet his personal ambitions. The Swedish striker has made it clear that he wants to compete at the highest level, and a strong finish to the current season could be pivotal in convincing him to remain in the north of England. One of Isak's key goals is to play in the UEFA Champions League, and Newcastle's ongoing push for a top 4 finish in the Premier League will be crucial in determining whether he stays at the club. The Magpies have shown real promise in recent years, with the team's strong performances suggesting that they are capable of securing a Champions League spot. If this goal is achieved, Isak may be more inclined to commit his future to the club, knowing that Newcastle can offer him the opportunity to showcase his talents on the biggest stage of European club football. While Arsenal's interest in Isak remains strong, the obstacles in their pursuit of the striker are significant. The asking price, coupled with Newcastle's firm stance on keeping hold of their star player, means that Arsenal will have to consider alternative options should a move for Isak prove unfeasible. In this case, the January transfer window presents a critical opportunity for Arsenal to explore other potential targets who could add the clinical edge they are currently missing. Arsenal's scouting network is likely to be working on identifying forwards who fit the profile of a dynamic, goal-scoring player with the ability to make an immediate impact in the Premier League. There are several potential alternatives in Europe's top leagues who could complement Arsenal's attacking setup. Whether Arsenal opts for a young and talented striker or a more established forward, it will be crucial for the Gunners to strengthen their offensive options in the mid-season window if they are to remain competitive on all fronts. In conclusion, while Arsenal's interest in Alexander Isak is understandable given his stellar form and the Gunners' pressing need for a prolific forward, there are numerous challenges standing in the way of a potential transfer. Newcastle's determination to retain their key players, Isak's long-term contract, and the financial implications of such a move make any deal difficult to achieve. As the January transfer window approaches, Arsenal may need to reassess their strategy and explore more attainable alternatives to address their offensive deficiencies and strengthen their squad ahead of the crucial second half of the season.